have talked about that. People like Eyamin Abrar is coming into place, 207th match. Wonderful numbers for him, and best of 158 we saw. 1200s. He has also spoken about Ashraf Motors' leadership and the kindness and the guidance that he has had from Big Mash. He's partnered in the middle by Liton Dash. Well, he's throwing great guns recently, isn't he? But he's very sublime with his batting. 126 not out his highest. Got his second 100 on the first ODI. And the bowlers will have to contend with got a lot of strong approach from the Bangladeshi batsman. Karl Mumba, right arm fast medium from the SMC Australia. 3 wickets so far in his fledgling career. Only into his 5th match, and sure, the learning curve is going to be there. It's just warming up, and we'll just give you his feel. It's, as mentioned earlier, a little bit overcast. Hope the rain stays away.
Temperatures a touch lower, very humid this morning. The countdown, let's play some cricket. Here we go. 3rd ODI. Eyamin Abrar will be facing up to it. Of energy out here, expectant crowd. The weekend's begun, expecting a good turnout here. The Lake International Stadium. This man played such a blinder of an innings a couple of days ago. 158 from 136 balls. That was a stand-up performance and the highest score in this series in the one-day internationals.
All set to go here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. 3rd final these two teams. Eyamin Abrar not interested, shouldering arms, and he just giving a nod to his partner, saying that, don't worry, I'm not going to be tempted into that.
It's a welcome return to form for him as well. For the last game, talking about a bit of a worry about Tamim's form, and he came out and hit the ball in the middle from the outset. He was clear-minded, kept it simple, and he was a joy to watch.
Shape goes on, riding it very nicely. Is Eyamin Abrar. Any sort?
Raza's knees dug into the turf. He's moving very gingerly at this moment in time. He's trying to repair the ground, but another look, a good shot, the back foot through the offside. But as his left knee digs in and he takes a tumble, that's going to be very, very painful. He's stumbling, he's hobbling, and he's up.
Yeah. He's playing his 100th ODI, as we saw at the cap ceremony, but I'm sure he's sprightly enough. He's got the smile on his face. Such an agile fielder, like grease lightning in the outfield. Don't want an injury to happen to him, as Eyamin Abrar just rolls his wrist on that one. I think he's just asking for a little bit of help from the physios. Not very comfortable. Duck his knees onto the grass and got a little bit stuck. From his demeanor, you can see it's a little painful.
Generally speaking, when something of that nature happens, it's normally a groin, a back jolts your back as well, and tell you what, he's not doing very well. He's asked to come off. He's signaled he wants to get off the field. But a good start here. Mumba angling it in from around the wicket, just a bit of in swing. Really tried to go over the wicket. Generally speaking, when he's tried going over and offering a bit of width, Tamim has normally climbed into it. I'm going to tuck him up.
And he does. Just a hint of shade there. And this is excellent from Karl Mumba. Not overawed by the fact that they've got two batsmen in the middle who have had centuries the last 2 games. And look at that lovely shade. But this is what happened to Sikandar Raj. Just going up. There you see at the last one. Just got the knee stuck and that jolted his hips. And a bit of a problem now. But I hope it's nothing serious. You want to do well in your 100th one-day international. Nicely played, but no runs. First over completed, 2 without loss.
Voor u is het schoenen? Die kunnen goed weten. আকাশ?
আকাশ কি শুধু তোমার ঢাকার? আকাশ সবার।
বাংলাদেশের যে কোনো জায়গায় একই কোয়ালিটির ঝকঝকে ছবি আকাশ স্ট্যান্ডার্ডে মাসে মাত্র ৩৯৯ টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Had 4 changes in the Bangladesh squad. 2 debutants, Abid Hussain, Mohammad Naeem Sheikh coming in, and Mohammad Saifuddin and Mustafizur Rahman coming back. They played in the first ODI. Zimbabwe going with an unchanged side, and why not? Did exceedingly well in the second ODI, almost national defeat. That was a wonderful effort, brave effort. Kept everyone on their edge of their seats. It was to the wire. Carlton Schumer, right now fast medium, contestants verified 24 there. And just Wilson, debutant last month, playing his second, got a wicket. Long way to go. They can look forward these kind of experiences overseas, them ease them into the international circuit. Right on the money. Good start by Schumer.
Just talk about the toss so far. I think one of the tosses decided to have a bat and batted pretty well. Bangladesh in the first couple of games, and the same situations occurred again. Zimbabwe opting to chase really and try and limit the strike early, obviously, and try and make some inroads into this Bangladesh batting lineup. But it's really, I suppose, been a little bit of a weakness, I think, in the Zimbabwe bowling attack. Has been a bit feeble. Haven't been able to strike.
Well, both the bowlers just shaping it in ever so slightly. That's going to confuse the bat. Not going to let them freebies, get early freebies. That's excellent.
The discipline so far from the Zimbabwe bowlers has been excellent. They've hit a great length. They haven't been able to do in the previous 2 games. For this turnout today, wonderful support for the home side. So far, Schumer has been really good. Hit his length well. It's how long they can hit their lengths here and maintain the pressure.
Oh, beauty. Squared him up and beat him all ends up too. Excellent delivery. Hint of jacking back there.
Oh, that's superb. Beautiful bowling, and that's where he wants to be, the area he wants to be working in. Asking the right sort of questions around that off stump. Nice bit of extra bounce as well. Brilliant bowling here so far.
Used their heights pretty well, the Zimbabwean pace bowlers. Ball go either way. Oh, that's one again tempting Dedan Dash to have a little bit of a poke at that. But excellent bowling. Immaculate. Unfortunate not to get a tempted in trying to cut that shot. Excellent start here. Dr. Schumer. Not allowing the Bangladesh batsmen to take the ascendancy. Inside, he could have done a little bit of that. Opportunity missed, I think.
That's right. Schumer's got to say patience there really, and he's got a bit greedy. He's bowled some good balls. He's gone past the outside edge and he's fed one into the pads. And this occasion, as you say, he's pretty upset he missed out there.
Well, it's the accuracy of the previous deliveries that has maybe prompted Liton Dash to not really go full hog at that one, though the opportunity was there. So, tell you what, this is excellent. 5 dot balls, he wants to finish it on a high. Done, a maiden. The second one, it's still 2 without loss.
শরীফ ভাই,
হ্যাঁ
ব্যবসা কেমন চলে?
চলে
লোকজন এত কম কেন?
সব আকাশে। এই ঝিরঝির আর কত দেখবো?
তাহলে তুমিও নাও।
হ্যাঁ,
খরচ কেমন জামাই?
মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা।
এত কমে এত ঝকঝকা ছবি?
আর পছন্দ মতো আকাশ সাজাতে অ্যাড অন প্যাক।
তাই?
হ্যাঁ।
আপনার সাধ্যের মধ্যেই।
Bangladesh, being asked by the skipper of Zimbabwe to do that. And just, he got to be a little wary, the bowler, that he doesn't deviate too far down the leg side. Bowling is great, but any opportunity will be pounced upon.
Tamam the other day, what a standout. Pulled, cut, drove the ball so well. Was the Tamam we always know and see so regularly. Highest 100 for the country's ever had. 12 ODI hundreds.
Drive and one hit blasts away. Well, that's what the crowd have been waiting for. He just stretched his hand and bumped it through the covers for four.
First boundary, and what a sweet stroke it was through the offside. We saw some of those highlights and it looked like part of the previous highlights package. What a lovely stroke. He got it too. First over, this time it's first boundary.
Just any hint of width, any hint of variation of length, and he does bounce on it. Ah, no, that's a good comeback delivery. Just back of a leg, rearing up. Also coming, playing that down well.
Bit of a continuation. Some of the boundary in the high points in that innings of 158. One of those drives was just so sweetly hit, and he went massive. And climbed into the spinners once he got his 100 and really gave that acceleration to the innings they've so needed.
Matured over the years so much. He's been a little fidgety early on in his career. Now he's prepared to bide his time, prepared to play the loose balls and guide the ones that are to be respected. That's been absolutely marvelous. Change of attitude. Is such a talented batsman. Now that's been, maturity has grown. He's prepared to be patient, to a lot of temperament, be more selective with his shots. The results are there for all to see. Did say he was waiting for a big innings to really get him back into the groove. So the bowlers would be pretty wary of that attitude. Virat, wise to do it.
The pitch is so good. He with offer. It's packed away through the offside. Thank him. It's been wonderful. His win percentage as captain, only expected 55% is terrific. The best they've ever had. And as you say, it's just such a senior figure, almost a father figure to some of the younger players that come into the side and makes them feel right at home, and that's why they've come to the fore in world cricket. Not in the senior side, the junior side as well, and they're coming through beautifully. It's Bangladesh cricket at this point in time.
Simple to tuck it away now. There's a chase on here. Got to be hauled in, and the batsman just amble through for a couple of runs to finish over number 3. It's 8 without.
ছাদটা খুব মিস করব, আকাশটাও।
আরে বাসা বদলালেও আকাশ তো আর বদলাবে না কি?
যেখানেই যান আপনার আকাশ সাথে নিয়ে যান। 40টিরও বেশি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 120টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
The lights are coming on here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. They're a little overcast, a little hazy, but sun just trying to break through now. Not interested. Too wide.
Lovely start again, and this is his last over. So consistent. He went past the bat on a couple of occasions. That was the one he got clipped. He got away with that leg side ball, the green one, but the rest was superb. So consistent on and around that offside. Sorry, that off stump. That is a really good start for him. A maiden, very first over, and he's got to continue this. Good young bowler making his way in international cricket.
Very well done. The bowler telling yourself, got to have the confidence. Do what you do best. Keep it within control. Keep it under control. And Just ensure that batsmen are not given the width or goes down the leg side, put away. Crowd building up slowly. People coming in for after the Friday prayers. Well, we try to chop it away. Just got a little cramp for space. This is absolutely top-class bowling from Schumer.
Oh, look, he's got all the attributes. Tall, a hard new ball in his hand, so getting a little bit extra bounce. He's also able to swing the ball late away from the right-hander. Wouldn't mind seeing him come over to Tamim and just try and bowl the tight, off stump just outside line and bring the slips into play. But the slips, thankfully, are still in position. Brendan Taylor at first slip.
One thing I was about to say he hasn't been tested with is that kind of just a ease into that shot. You see, just a hip shot, and he didn't have, just punched it away. Yeah, a lot of wrist on it. It went racing away to the back.
Well, this outfield's lightning fast, and this time he just nudged it. Have a look at that run away for 4. It is tough going. A little bit straight and just whipped off the hip all the way.
Yeah, that's what he's got to be wary about. Any time that the ball goes round down the leg side or bring the legs down, the batsmen are going to take the attack back to you. Test here. See how he goes with the next one. That's good. Sometimes bowlers get a little agitated, come back with a bouncer after being put away for 4 runs, but he stuck to his job there.
So it does. You're tired. Cramping up for 126 in the first ODI, and the second one he was so unfortunate. Really, he's in great form, and he got a run out for the bowler's hand. He couldn't get more unlucky. So here, man, Litton does. He's in terrific form as well. These two, form of their lives here.
Okay, just a slight deviation down the leg side, but no runs from the last ball. 4 done, 12 without loss.
আকাশকে নিয়ে জিতে নিন আমাদের সাইন করা ব্যাট।
এছাড়াও জিতে নিতে পারেন বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ক্রিকেট দলের অফিসিয়াল জার্সি। আকাশ ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়া।
আকাশ লাইভ এখন মাত্র 249 টাকা।
20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
আকাশ লাইভ এখন মাত্র 249 টাকা।
20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Been good work by the two opening bowlers of Zimbabwe. Schumer is going to come on and bowl his third. How to just ensure that accuracy is maintained. Again, opportunity to pounce on that ball going down the leg side. Once again, just a mere push, and it's straight to the boundary. Ball coming off the bat quicker than it went and hit the bat. Marvelous shot.
Down the hill. Serious sports here, but he just keeps running on that side of the field. He just used the angle cleverly. And Taylor, short mid wicket, didn't have a chance. The margin for error is so small here. You miss your area, it's gone for 4.
Deviating down, use the wide open spaces behind square on either side. Only 2. A pretty squarish third man and deep fine leg. So have that space between point on the offside and deep third man, and also on the onside. Square leg just in front of the umpire. There is a deep back to square, rather wide. What is, because he'll sit away for a boundary early on. You can see Sean Williams coming across talking to his young bowler, Bomba. What they have not been tested with the bowlers is that the rotation of strike with the left-right combination. They've been pretty content to bowl at one type of a batter in an over. It's not been enough singles to test their angles as such. So that's a bit of a thing that the batsman might ponder about.
They've done in the past is looked to hit the ball late when it's on off stump and just try and run it down to that third man region, but they haven't given much width here to be able to play those type of strokes. As you say, 3 boundaries to date so far, so not much rotation.
Again, just that opportunity, and just the area is mentioning it's going to be tough for the fielder. He does hold it in. That's excellent work. Wonderful commitment shown there. And decent enough throw. A little bit awkward on the bounce for the keeper, but Shuma did well to get to that.
Tough work trying to get to that ball to start with. He showed good speed down there. Fine leg once again drifting into those pads, and he's lethal there. One hand comes out, brilliant effort between in the midst of his spell himself. Tough going, Lipton dust. Everyone's all over the place, diving around the pitch, keeper and the batsman.
Litan Das will be doing a lot more diving around with Johns the gloves behind. Just better over with the bat for Bangladesh. 7 runs already, a couple of balls to go. Now that left-right combination I was talking about, it's going to be Litan Das on strike, and that augments that little change in the angle is going to come over now. Fresh guard from the umpire. Facing his first ball, already into the 5th over. Litan Das facing his first ball from Mumbai. Will be a little apprehensive. Mumbai has bowled decently enough. Awfully controlled shot for a single. Previous games, Bangladesh just settled down in the first 5 overs and then stepped on the gas. And it's a similar kind of ploy that they're approaching in this third ODI.
দেখছে এখানেও খেলা চলতেছে মারে দাও না ভালো চাই একটা দাও
Oh, that squared him up. An appeal down. Maybe a little high. They did get to flick the pads on the way through. Timer is on. Are they going to take it?
শরীফ ভাই,
হ্যাঁ
ব্যবসা কেমন চলে?
চলে,
লোকজন এত কম কেন?
সব আকাশে। এই ঝিরঝির আর কত দেখবো?
তাহলে তুমিও নাও।
হ্যাঁ,
খরচ কেমন জামাই?
মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা।
এত কমে এত ঝকঝকা ছবি?
আর পছন্দ মতো আকাশ সাজাতে অ্যাড-অন প্যাক।
তাই
হ্যাঁ,
আপনার সাধ্যের মধ্যে এখন আকাশ লাইট 20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
The late start here for Bangladesh, going at 4 runs than over. Last ball, last over. Now it was an appeal too high, I think, and with missing too. No, it wasn't that as high as I thought, but the angle taking it down. Call it punch. Finds the fielder.
Having a look at the ring on the offside, the fielder who fielded that one was a touch deeper on the ring, but the point extra cover mid-off seemed very close. Here's another look. What sort of height it hit him on, because we were all a bit worried about it might be too high, but the height was actually not the problem. The line slightly above the roll, and the skipper wasn't interested in going upstairs, rightly so.
Gosh, first base it pumped it wide. Once again, it's just timing and placement. Excellent shot.
Another one, just touch. Generated such power from that position. That's the most impressive part about that shot. Spectacular length and whipship wider mid-on. That's heartbreaking for the bowler, that.
You're absolutely right. It wasn't that bad a delivery at all. The way he manipulated that shot, a little disconcerting for the bowler, hoping that someone's going to stop that. Just wide of the fielder. Looking good is Liton Dash. Every shot he plays gets the meaty part of the bat. This is going to be a bit of a teaser. Chase on. And eventually ends up with a couple more. This is exemplary. Very impressive.
Willow's got there. It's rocketing off the bat. Just not a huge flourish really either, just a little punch through the ball. Saw one on the leg now through the offside.
All the shots he's played at the boundaries he's got. As you said, not too much flurry, not too much of follow through with the bat. Seems to just time it to perfection. There you go again. Just serene batting here. Delightful stuff. Bobo.
Chuma started so well, hit his areas, length was good. Searching this time, slightly overpitched and keeping the middle of the bat once again from Liton Das. He's keeping today as well, a bit of a change in their dynamic, but I tell you what, this man has been in such great form. And bowler, he's got nowhere to hide right now.
Well, so far it's been sublime batting from Liton Das. Just took his time early on, had a good look at the wicket, at the bowling. And now just a slight deviation, he closes the face, nicely in control. A little bit of a respite for the bowler.
Run rate's increased quite quickly now with the 5 boundaries now scored. Matching each other. They match each other for form. Superb. So far this video series, they've been a joy to watch.
Well, what about that? Just opening the face ever so slightly, but straight to the fielder.
I'm done. ভালো আছি ভালো আরে
আকাশের ঠিকানায় বিলটাও দিও।
এটা কোনো ব্যাপার না ডার্লিং। লেটস সি।
আপনার আকাশের বিল দিন যে কোনো মোবাইল ওয়ালেট অথবা ডেবিট বা ক্রেডিট কার্ডে 40টিরও বেশি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 120টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Ron Williams winning the toss today and electing to bowl. Bowler under a bit of pressure now. The good thing about the approach to the batting, they're prepared to just to pay respect to the good deliveries. Any little opportunity, any hint of width or lack of length has been pounced on. It's in similar, as I mentioned, sound like a broken record, but this is exactly the way they went about in one of the previous games, and they were slow and steady, but once they got going, there was no stopping them.
Got to just give yourself a chance. All the youngsters coming into the game playing cricket, and even some of the best in the world, they take a little bit of time to get themselves in, but if you give yourself a chance, every chance you can get through to a big score here, so just give yourself a chance, assess the conditions, and you can go for it right from there.
Wide now. He'll be a little annoyed with himself with that. Did throw the bat at it without really moving across to the line of that ball. That's why he toe-ended it. I think, yeah.
His hands were, they didn't really transfer the weight into that stroke on this occasion.
সন্দেহ লাগে পরবর্তীতে মনে করো তার দ্বারা
6 মিনিট গ্যারান্টি আসতো
না তোমার ঘরে কি এই চার্জার এগুলো
না না ওগুলো তো মোবাইল শেয়ার দিছে
আরো
নরমাল
অলরেডি হয় নাই বুঝনে পারফেক্ট হয় নাই বুঝলে
চার্জার আছে
না আর নাই
আচ্ছা আমি ইমেইলে কথা বলবো 12টাই তোরে দিবে খারাপটা দিবে না
সবার একটা সেকেন্ড হ্যান্ড মেগলা ভালো একটা থাকলো হয় না যেমন আমার কাছে সেকেন্ড হ্যান্ড ভালো চার্জার
না ওদের চার্জার
এরকম কেবলের ভিতরে তো
ডাটা কেবল
হ্যাঁ ডাটা কেবল সিস্টেম বন্ধ হয়ে গেল।
মেরে বাফারিং করতেছে।
রেকর্ড বন্ধ করো,
রেকর্ড বন্ধ করো, অনলাইন চলতেছে না,
বন্ধ করে দাও।
শুনতেছো?
অনলাইনে ও চালাইতেছে।
ভালো আছি,
বন্ধ হয়ে গেছে।
ভালো থাকো, আকাশের ঠিকানা
ওই যে বন্ধ হয়ে গেছে,
চিঠি
বন্ধ হয়ে
লেখো।
গেছে। বন্ধ করছে তুমি? ওই দেখো বন্ধ হয়ে গেছে।
কই বন্ধ হয়ে গেছে?
ওই যে
লোডিং নিচ্ছে।
আনোয়ারটা দেখতেছে আর কি সবাই, হ্যাঁ ওই ইউটিউবে দেখতে, তাহলে ও কি টাকা পাইব?
চুপ চুপ।
Be more disciplined and tight. Beat the bat once, and this time another wide delivery. Sublime shot. This is so graceful.
বসো না, বসো
বসো বসো।
বসো বসো।
চার্জার ভালো।
ওর বাইরে হোক না চার্জার, মোবাইলটা ফোন মারামারি কেন করতো? মোবাইলটা হায়াত তো 2 দিনই কমাই ফেলবি। 5% হয়েছে, দেখছো? হোক না চার্জ, থাক, বন্ধ করে রাখ, বন্ধ করে রাখ। মোবাইলটা হোক 100% হোক, দেখবো চালায় মজা হবো। সেট নিয়ে কোনো সময় এত ইউজ করতে না হাতে।
আর বাসায় তো একটা হোগা মারা হবে না।
আমি যখন তাই চেক কমাই গেলে বাইরে দিলে আর
জিনলো জিনলো।
কি ব্যাপার, বন্ধ করে দিতে হয়।
এই শুট কি করে নিছে?
হুম।
রিসেট মারো।
আমার যে লোডিং নিচ্ছে,
কি করছস?
হ্যাঁ
কি করছস?
রিফ্রেশ মারছি আর কি, মানে তার লোডিং
তোরে বললাম ভাই কম্পিউটার ধরিস না। কাটি দিছস?
না, আমি ইতে কাটছি।
দৌড় ভাই, দেখছো
তুই কিছু করতেছিলি?
লাইভ স্ট্রিম তোর আমি কি বললাম?
এটা বেনিফিটটা কি, আমি সেটা বলতে চাচ্ছিলাম আর কি।
Afternoon all. It has been a treat to watch the way Little Das has batted so far. Off the back foot, punches it through the cover. Such a beautiful play to watch once on song. And it has been pure timing to the perfection. We all know that even if you time the ball, if you hit it straight to the fielder, you're not going to pick up runs. But he's picked up 5 boundaries due to the fact that he's found the gap. Every time he has tried to play a big shot, and all copybook style. Wonderful, wonderful to see the kind of start that we have seen so far from Liton Kumar Das. I love this combination of left hand, right hand, right at the top of the order. We know Tamim Iqbal what he is capable of, and I reckon this pair can do a lot, not only in this match but also in future for Bangladesh.
Just the one. The other 2 contributing factors, Azhar, that persisted both of these 2 opening and batting is the fact that one, the surface has been really good. Talked about Bangladesh's scores 321, 322 in both those games, 640 runs scored in that last ODI, 4th highest in the list of most cumulative runs on day cricket venues here in Bangladesh. And the other one is the outfield. It's been lightning fast.
He's been in a very good touch throughout the series, Liton Kumar Das. He started with a bang, 126 when he retired hurt, facing 105 deliveries, run out cheaply in the second knock. Big mix-up, and now once again he's got a really good start here. And when you have these sort of openers performing the way they have performed for Bangladesh, it's been really refreshing to see, because it just settles the men in the dressing room. There you go, confirmation. Got to finish the over. 45 without loss Bangladesh.
আকাশ কিনে জিতে নিন আমাদের সাইন করা ব্যাট।
এছাড়াও জিতে নিতে পারেন বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ক্রিকেট দলের অফিসিয়াল জার্সি আকাশ, ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়া।
আকাশ লাইভ এখন মাত্র 249 টাকা।
20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
আকাশ লাইভ এখন মাত্র 249 টাকা।
20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
No loss after 8 overs. Healthy run rate. 5.6 already for Bangladesh.
I'm just thinking, certainly I was surprised to hear when the skipper of the Zimbabwe team decided to bowl first on this after winning the toss. There you go, man of the moment. Hats off to him. Mashrafi bin Murtaza, almost 2 decades there. Number of injuries that he has suffered, and to continue to play in that fashion, I take my hat off, a big salute to him. Absolutely brilliant. Short put away. Just falls short of that fielder. Not the kind of timing that he would have hoped for, but in the end it worked well in his favour.
He's more helped this on its way as opposed to hitting it. Up on a plane. He's actually hit it quite nicely. It followed through. We have got value for that shot.
So were you surprised at the toss when he decided to bowl first on a track which has produced more than 600 runs in the last match? That's the same pitch they're playing today as well.
A little bit. I think I had a chat with the groundsman over the last couple of days. Bit of dew in that second innings of the second ODI. Yeah, seems to believe that the dew will get heavier and heavier because of the humidity that is around at the moment. Today is also a 2 p.m. start, being Friday, as opposed to a 1 p.m. start. So there's more time for that dew to accumulate later. And that's what Sean Williams said. Just felt that because the wicket's also been used, probably will just be a little bit slower, maybe take a bit of turn later on in the day. Up and over, past the man at backward point, 4 runs.
brings up the 50 for Bangladesh. Short, wide, 4. Never gonna miss that. Look at that. So much weight offered to the left-hander Tamim Iqbal. He'll always put this away. Look how wide that is. And it's not middle, it's still gone to the boundary.
It's more the thick outside edge, isn't it? Probably a bit higher on the bat than he would have liked. 50 partnership between these two from just 52 balls. So once again, good sturdy start from Bangladesh openers. Tucked away, good work.
Yeah, the reason that I was surprised that at the toss when Williams decided to bowl first was if you look back at the two matches that has been already played in this series. The first one, Bangladesh scored 321 for 6. The second time around, they conceded 322. So my point is that if you have already gone in for the last two matches where you did not get an opportunity to bat first, you had an opportunity today, but for some strange reasons, they decided to bowl once again. And I wouldn't mind batting on this surface straight away. We'll come back to that. 50 without loss, Bangladesh.
কি দেখো?
আকাশটা কি ঝকঝকে পরিষ্কার।
তাই দেখি দেখি। ও হ্যাঁ, 40টিরও বেশি এইচডি চ্যানেল সহ দেশি বিদেশি মোট 120টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা।
কি? তুমি না।
এই চলো না একটা রোমান্টিক মুভি দেখে ফেলি।
চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Just into his third ODI, and has been pretty good for Zimbabwe with bat and with ball.
Single. Bowls on to 52 now. Both the batsmen looking set. 21 of 26 for Tamim Iqbal and 31 of 32 for Linton Das. The kind of start that they would have hoped for, and obviously already. I mean, had a really big one. Once again, both looking solid, and we'll be hoping to
ভালো ভালো 51
convert these starts to a really big one.
Controlled to end the 10th. 4 from it. 53 for no loss.
পরিবেশটা সুন্দর না? কি কোনো হইতে আছে?
পরিবেশটা খুব সুন্দর, শুধু আমার খেলাটা ছিঁড়ছে।
এই যে
এখানেও আকাশ,
আকাশ কি শুধু তোমার ঢাকার? আকাশ সবার।
বাংলাদেশের যে কোনো জায়গায় একই কোয়ালিটির ঝকঝকে ছবি আকাশ স্ট্যান্ডার্ডে মাসে মাত্র ৩৯৯ টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Right, the first power play done and dusted. 11-14, maximum 4 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Right. Tripano. Tripano in the attack. Was really good, dangerous with the bat. The last match fell short of 4 runs, facing a total of 323. He made 55 of just 28 deliveries. Starts with a short delivery. They have protection in the deep. A 55 of 28 with 5 sixes and 2 fours. Each player good role with the ball. Have a look at the power play.
Balls come onto the bat once again. Very nicely. Every time the Zimbabwean batsman slightly off the mark, Bangladesh took advantage. Sometimes they weren't even that far off the mark. That to me is the shot of the day so far from Litton Das.
We're talking about youngsters, Tino Mawayo. Bangladesh will also be hoping that 2 debutants that have been introduced in this match, Mohammad Naeem and Afif Hussain.
দশ টাকা ওগুলো 5 টাকা জিরো
Myers, he had a good tournament as well. Couple of under-19 World Cups under his belt. Still in school, so he's gone back to school at the moment. But, pretty sure that one of the franchises will definitely, going into next season, pick him up, get him involved in the system. Young man called Marumani, who I think was in the top 5 batsmen at the end of that under-19 World Cup. Left-hander, plays the spin as well. Loves to hit the ball.
Yeah, and Bangladesh had a fantastic time in that World Cup that you were talking about, Tino Mawayo. Bangladesh under 19 going on to win the World Cup, beating India in the final, and some quality players there for Bangladesh, I can tell you that. Captain Cool himself, Akbar Ali, who keeps the wickets and bats in the lower middle order, was instrumental in taking his young team all the way through, picking up the World Cup. Some outstanding players there. Shahadat Hussain, Tamim, there's a Tamim left-hander who's outstanding. A number of other players, Mahmudul Hassan. We'll come back to that. At the end of the 11th over, Bangladesh are...
শরীফ ভাই, ব্যবসা কেমন চলে?
চলে
লোকজন এত কম কেন?
সব আকাশে। এই জিরজির আর কত দেখবো?
তাহলে তুমিও নাও।
হ্যাঁ।
খরচ কেমন যাবে?
মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা।
এত কমে এত ঝকঝকা ছবি
আর পছন্দ মতো আকাশ সাজাতে অ্যাড অন প্যাক।
তাই
আপনার সাধ্যের মধ্যেই এখন আকাশ লাইট 20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Reined in a bit the last couple of overs, that run rate just under 5.2 now. what Sean Williams will want from his bowlers is not just to bring that run rate down, but to get wickets. See what a good surface it has been throughout series here in Sylhet. Already mentioned, this is the same pitch that was used 3 nights ago. 640 runs scored on it. So it is a good batting surface. Expected maybe dried out, a little bit less grass than it had last time. Grip and turn a bit more than it did. Otherwise, it's been too much in there for the seamers. As long as Bangladesh have wickets in hand, they can always accelerate later. So yes, good to make sure that they're keeping the runs down, but they want the wickets. Here we go, people who've come out here to let the ground filling up pretty quickly today, Atta.
Special day, very special day for Bangladesh to see a stalwart, someone like Ashraf bin Murtaza playing his last game as a skipper of the Bangladesh team in the ODI. They want to miss it. They want to, as the day goes by, they would want to be remembered this for a very, very long time. I was there, and he decided, yes, I'm going to quit as a captain. And the amount of people that have come in here, because yes, obviously it is Mashrafi Murtaza's last match as a skipper, and it's the gratitude on behalf of a grateful nation. And we would like to show the gratitude for his wonderful services as a skipper to the game, to the nation. Top shot. Picks up a boundary to finish the over. 62 without loss.
ছাদটা খুব মিস করব, আকাশটা।
আরে ভাষা বদলালেও আকাশ তো আর বদলাবে না কি?
যেখানেই যান আপনার আকাশ সাথে নিয়ে যান। 40টিরও বেশি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 120টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Well, it was a good over until the last ball of the last over. Just one from it up until this stage, and it was a good shot to get the boundary from Litun Das. No backward point, just a short third man, so acres of space. You've got to pass that man at short third man because there's just a sweeper in front of square on the offside. And he came over that last delivery before that he was bowling round, so that gap wasn't so accessible to the batsman. That's why he's so disappointed. Short, pulled away. That's really nicely played by Litun Das. A couple of overs ago, he just lifted the ball, didn't hit it. This time, he gets full contact well in front of square.
Zimbabwe bowlers are leaking too many boundaries. The kind of form he is in, he's not going to miss that. Short, set up nicely, and pulls it away with some power. There was a man in the deep, had no chance whatsoever to even get close to it. Off the back foot, once again a good looking shot. Where do you find one to apply any kind of pressure in terms of the bowling attack? Would be a worry for someone like a Sean Williams. Both looking to score boundaries. And the amount of boundaries they've leaked so far, it's only the 13th over, they've leaked 10 boundaries. It just releases the pressure. Shot in front of 5.44. They've rotated the strike, but the majority of runs so far has come in boundaries. There you go. This is good batting, really good batting. Tamim not worried about what Litun Das is doing. He wants him to be on strike as quickly as possible, and he's doing his job quite smartly. Ten boundaries, 18 singles. Yeah, 43 dots fine, but that graphic on the boundaries itself is a little bit too high at this stage of the game. Haven't shown the kind of discipline they needed to show while winning the toss and deciding to field first. And if you don't pick up wickets, you've got to create some kind of pressure to ensure that the runs are not given away easily. That has not been the case. Bangladesh has been outstanding with the bat.
And that graphic equates to almost a boundary and over this stage of the innings. Yes, you would expect a lot of boundaries, not that many. Quite tight to the Zimbabwean bowlers. Slow ball. And what's been an expensive over. 8 from it. 70 for no loss.
আকাশ কিনে জিতে নিন আমাদের সাইন করা ব্যাট।
এছাড়াও জিতে নিতে পারেন বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ক্রিকেট দলের অফিসিয়াল জার্সি। আকাশ ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়া।
আকাশ লাইট এখন মাত্র 249 টাকা।
20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
আকাশ লাইট এখন মাত্র 249 টাকা।
20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
bowling out.
20 runs. Last 24 balls for Bangladesh. 2 fours. Leeton. Joy to watch once again. 24 from 45 in total control. Talking about youngsters that we've seen in the Zimbabwean side already. Oneday the one bowling at the moment. We've discussed a few more coming through the ranks, in particular from the under 19 side. Bowled. Well, we'll go home after this utter. Hope that that'll be an opportunity for some of these youngsters who have not been able to take part in this series. Get an opportunity. I think what's really good is that hope that that'll be an opportunity for some of these youngsters who have not been able to take part in this series. Get an opportunity. I think what's really good is that as he needs to. So an opportunity for the selectors. Zimbabwe cricket to give more opportunities to these youngsters.
But you've got to be very careful. And you need to have a certain plan how long you would want to invest in a youngster. Given equal opportunity, but you've got to be very careful. And you need to have a certain plan how long you would want to invest in a youngster. Given equal opportunity, as many opportunities as possible to let him settle in. I think that's the bigger question. You don't want to see a player coming in and then being taken out straight away after a couple of matches. If you have that kind of belief that yes, his youngsters see some serious talent, let him be there for a while. Be a little bit more patient.
লোকজন এত কম কেন?
সব আকাশে এই ঝিরঝির আর কত দেখবো?
তাহলে তুমিও নাও।
হ্যাঁ,
খরচ কেমন যাবে?
মাসে লোকজন এত কম কেন?
সব আকাশে এই ঝিরঝির আর কত দেখবো?
তাহলে তুমিও নাও।
হ্যাঁ,
খরচ কেমন যাবে?
মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা।
এত কমে এত ঝকঝকা ছবি
আর পছন্দ মতো আকাশ সাজাতে আগে ব্যাগ।
তাই
আপনার সাধ্যের মধ্যেই এখন আকাশ লাইট। 20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Quick single from Leeton Das. Brendan Taylor picks up throws, diving to make sure he makes his ground. Leeton Das would have been safely home. Anything that would have brought him back is the fact that he had played that off the back foot. I think had this hit direct, he was comfortably home. Now, hasn't got up yet, Leeton Das. Struggled when he got that 100 in the first one-day international. Some cramping. I don't think that's the case now. He just knocked his knee dive to try and make his ground. And I just want to pick up on something you said at the end of the last over. That regards to youngsters and getting an opportunity, but getting an extended run, especially one if you're young, and two if it's your first time in the team. Nothing worse, any sporting discipline, whether it be rugby, whether it be football, get an opportunity to make a side and not get given a fair opportunity to prove your worth. In Zimbabwe's case, talked about Ireland coming in April, and they've got lots of cricket to come this year. Afghanistan come Zimbabwe after that for 5 T20 internationals. Probably go to Australia for 3 one-day internationals in July. After that, India comes for a one-day tour to Zimbabwe. And the Netherlands come at the end of August into September, and then later in the year they go to Pakistan and Sri Lanka for a full series. So lots to come.
That's lots of cricket. And that should also settle Zimbabwe as a team to get opportunities like this. I know that you haven't played too many games in the recent past, but whatever you just mentioned, whatever you said regarding the itinerary of what Zimbabwe is going to do in the next couple of years, I think that's wonderful. That is brilliant.
It's at international level. We've also got Derbyshire and Durham coming through to Zimbabwe in the next couple of weeks for warm-up tours for their county season. They'll be playing against some of these under-19s into an A side sort of. Some of the French players in the national team playing first-class games, a couple of one-day games as well. So experience for those youngsters.
It works a little bit different for us back in Bangladesh. We could start with under 14s, 16s, 19s, and then there's an HP team, high performance team. They got to get into that academy and looked after, nurtured, and then you step up to the Bangladesh A team, and then obviously the dream of representing the country itself in any format of the game. And there are so many high quality players. I firmly believe, I believe that we are going to see a lot of youngsters that made the cut in the under-19 World Cup is going to make the cut in the national team in the future for sure. We mentioned about Tanzir Hassan Tamim, who smashed 100 when they were 60 odd for 5 in that warm-up match against Zimbabwe. Tawhid Ridoy, Mahmudul Hassan, Akbar Ali, the skipper, Shahadat Hussain, Rukibul Hassan, the left-arm spinner, and Shuriful, the left-arm seamer. So many. After 15.
I'm done. ভালো আছি ভালো আরে
আকাশের ঠিকানায় বিলটাও দিও।
এটা কোনো ব্যাপার না ডার্লিং। লেটস সি।
আপনার আকাশের বিল দিন যে কোনো মোবাইল ওয়ালেট অথবা ডেবিট বা ক্রেডিট কার্ডে 40টিরও বেশি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 120টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Without loss, laying the platform for already starting to assume ominous proportions for Zimbabwe, who in this case can't blame the flip of the coin because John Williams had won the toss and asked Bangladeshis to bat first. Litton Das has had his fair share of discomfort of the series despite batting beautifully. The reason why he's getting a bit of treatment. Yeah, just too short. Now 1 short of another half century. Just been piling on the runs. In fact, the Zimbabweans haven't managed to dismiss him yet with a bowler in this series. Retired hurt first match, and the most unfortunate way to get run out in the second game. Inside edge of the bowler's hand, non-striker's end.
Right on the money. Negotiated it well. Eyamin Abrar remained watchful today comparing to his previous knock on the other day.
I think that's a lot to do with the way Litton Das has been playing You've seen with good opening batting combinations around the world, no matter what kind of an aggressor you are, even someone like a David Warner, if he say has an Aaron Finch at the other end and it's Finch's day, and the most unfortunate way to get run out in the second game, inside edge of the bowler's hand, non-strike. And that's 50 for Little Das. Batsman.
Indeed, and prolonging his good form, utilizing the opportunities. What a shot down the ground, inside out, over extra cover for 6. Tamim Iqbal, you beauty.
Well, maybe now that Little Das has got to 50, he said, was I really staying too quiet? Is this big crowd not also here to see me bat? And this is what I can show them. Just the perfect placement. Not that he had to worry about the fielders. It was time over the boundary. As the tiger just been released inside him.
That was quick. Played it away towards long on for a single. 86 without loss after.
পরিবেশটা সুন্দর না? কি কোনো হইচই আছে?
পরিবেশটা খুব সুন্দর, শুধু আমার খেলাটা ছিঁড়ছে।
এই যে
এখানেও আকাশ।
আকাশ কি শুধু তোমার ঢাকার? আকাশ সবার।
বাংলাদেশের যে কোনো জায়গায় একই কোয়ালিটির ঝকঝকে ছবি আকাশ স্ট্যান্ডার্ডে মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Changes for Bangladesh in this game. 2 in the batting department, 2 down with the quicker bowlers who have pretty much been rotated. Eyamin Hussain and Shafiul Hassan have once again given way to the more experienced pairing of Mohammad Saifuddin, now of course consider himself experienced, and Mustafizur Rahman. And in the batting department, 2 young debutants looking to start their international careers, but the way these two are going, they'll have a long wait as Sean Williams comes in, the skipper.
পসিবল না ভাই, এটা ব্যবসার জিনিস, অন্য কিছু না। অন্য কিছু হলে 10 টাকা না 20 টাকা কম রাখা যেত। অন্য কি জিনিস দোস্ত? অন্য বল না, বলে দে না, তাহলে নেক্সট ভিডিও করবো আর কি। আজ এটাই বড় দিলাম, অন্য জিনিস কি বলবি না? হাঁটতি না, হ্যাঁ হাঁটতি না।
আচ্ছা যাই হইছে দাও না চলো দেখি। লও
নাই তোর থেকে, তুই নাই তো
চিন্তা চিন্তা নাও না।
তুই বাসা যাবে, আসতে দিকে আমি আসতে যাবো। যাও যাও মোবাইল নিয়ে যাও,
নিয়ে এসো আর এনে 3-4 টাকা দিও।
চার্জার তো মই নিয়ে যাও, মা ওটা দিয়ে দে। তোর 100 টাকা দিছি না মা, তোর মা সিগারেট সিগারেট তো
Change in bowling, skipper Sean Williams came in with the attack, left arm spinner, slow left arm spinner.
ওয়ারেন্টি কার্ড নিতে হবে ভিতরে।
Very economical action. Sean Williams doesn't utilize too much energy in that, just a couple of steps and he's in. 71 wickets in his career. Average that can only be improved if he'd like to, but the economy is key for Sean Williams. Keeps the runs down under 5 and over, 4.85. That's always been the key to his success.
Hint of turn. Talking about the amount of time the bowling action eases through the batsman, and obviously a handy bowler for his side, adding the variety, must be trying to utilize the turn that he has purchased.
That's nicely played by Little Das. Perfect placement. Just helped it on its way. Sometimes can be a little quicker, John Williams, but even if he's not, just using the direction of that ball going down the wicketkeeper inside the 15 seconds and decides that he's not going to bother ball rifle upstairs. 91 to that loss. Uppish but safe from Tamim Iqbal. Previous over, John Williams had a little chat before
আপনার সাধ্যের মধ্যে এখন আকাশ লাইট 20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়া।
Fine leg for a quick single. Indeed, it was very close, Gautam. He was telling me that they must have a look at it.
It's only because of the fact that it just got the edge of that pad there. Little Das might have finished. But well, you normally say that the captain didn't listen. It was the captain himself who was bowling. He had a quick chat with Richmond Mutumbami, and I guess it was a wicketkeeper who finally told him maybe not. But it was one of those that might even have been umpire's call, so worth going upstairs, not losing the review at least. Big moment in the game this could be. Little Das in tremendous form. That kind of form that gets him boundaries for fun. Just times it to perfection and says, if you've let me survive, I'm going to make it count.
It was more of a medium seamer from Sikandar Raja and just helped it away. High elbow, brilliant shot. Has been playing this throughout his innings so far. Look at his follow through here. Full face of the bat, high elbow. You can see the manufacturer's sticker there right on the top of the bat. What a shot. Needs to continue from here on, Leighton. Survive a close chance, I must say.
Yeah, it's when the dot ball sounds so good off the bat, you know someone's in form. Yes, he's hit a few boundaries, 9 of them in total, but even the ones that have just been pushed away to the fielders. That occasion, 18 overs complete. We saw Little Das glancing towards the pavilion for a quick refreshment. Well, his wishes are granted because all the players...
কি দেখো?
আকাশটা কি ঝকঝকে পরিষ্কার।
তাই দেখি দেখি। ও হ্যাঁ, 40টিরও বেশি এইচডি চ্যানেল সহ দেশি বিদেশি মোট 120টি চ্যানেল মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা।
কি? তুমি না
এই চল।
চার্জ দেওয়ার সিস্টেম নেই দেবে, চার্জ দেওয়ার সিস্টেম নেই, সব আটকানো আছে।
The openers continue on their merry way for Bangladesh, losing the toss for the first time in the series. A toss that was being attended by Mashrafi Mortaza for the final time in his career. Couldn't win that last toss, but I don't think he'll be unhappy with the result. With the two batsmen out there going beautifully, particularly Liton Das, 9 boundaries, first towards the onside and then the cover drives were out there. Anything slightly short, he bounced on and then found a couple of strokes of unorthodoxy in the middle. Well on his way to 3 figures. Yes, he's had a bit of a reprieve with the decision against Sean Williams not quite going Zimbabwe's way. Nothing in the wickets column yet. Good start from the captain, and he will be coming in with his second over.
That's worked it away fine for a quick single. Tamim Iqbal reaches to 39. Liton Das, as he was saying, what a superb knock for him. He already reached 40. Tamim Iqbal, beg your pardon. Talking about Liton, has been in superb form right from the start of the series. And the most important point, he's yet to get out by the Zimbabweans.
Yet to be dismissed by one of their bowlers, was run out in the second game. The non-strikers end. And that is the 100 up for Bangladesh. 100 partnership also between these two. The 20th time it's been a 100 run partnership for Bangladesh in ODI cricket. For the opening wicket. And the second time between these two after the 117 they put on in the Tri-Nation against Ireland in Dublin.
That's very good bowling from Sean Williams, right on the money. Asking Tamim Iqbal to play onto his front foot and looking for the sharp runs.
Accuracy is a key for Williams. The Friday crowd swelling every moment. Excellent over from Sean Williams, 100 without loss.
পরিবেশটা সুন্দর না? কি কোনো হইচই আছে?
পরিবেশটা খুব সুন্দর, শুধু আমার খেলাটা ছেড়েছে।
এই যে
এখানেও আকাশ।
আকাশ কি শুধু তোমার ঢাকার? আকাশ সবার।
বাংলাদেশের যে কোনো জায়গায় একই কোয়ালিটির ঝকঝকে ছবি আকাশ স্ট্যান্ডার্ডে মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Once again, out comes a reverse from Liton Das. Not exactly as productive as the previous one was, but he's not afraid to bring it out. It's not something we always associate with Liton Das.
Creativity, right at the meat of the bat. Good balance has been the key. Talking about 4 changes in the team today, 2 debutants, Afif Hussain and Naeem Sheikh. Naeem Sheikh has been a good find for Bangladesh. Started his career in the T20Is against India.
That's big. That's commanding from Tamim Iqbal. Once again goes for maximum. And yes, they're going to cash in and treat this Friday crowd to something very special.
What a wonderful shot it was. Previously he did inside out shot and now down the ground straight over the long offense. Look at his follow through. What a shot. Man in superb form. That's good cricket. Good comeback from Raza as well. Talking about the changes, Naeem Sheikh scored 80-odd runs against India in the third and final T20I, and Afif also a very productive player, all-rounder.
I saw a bit of Afif when he came with the under-19 team to Hong Kong for the Hong Kong Sixers. Good move from Bangladesh, let their under-19 boys have some exposure there. Tournament normally associated with veterans and retired players, 107 without loss.
আকাশ কিনে জিতে নিন আমাদের সাইন করা ব্যাট।
এছাড়াও জিতে নিতে পারেন বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ক্রিকেট দলের অফিসিয়াল জার্সি। আকাশ ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়া।
আকাশ লাইভ এখন মাত্র 249 টাকা।
20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
আকাশ লাইভ এখন মাত্র 249 টাকা।
20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Kept the batsman quiet. The only bowler who's had the best chance to get a wicket. Didn't go upstairs. Turned out to be 3 reds. Not spotted by the umpire or by the wicketkeeper, Richmond Mutubami.
No Mushfiqur Rahim today, and I can remember we were playing in Australia back in 2005 for the Bangladesh under-19 team, and he get a call to test him in Lords. It was a huge moment for that guy. Matured over the years and not playing today, and if I'm not wrong, this will be his first time ever he's being rested, being available, though apart from being dropped in the early stages of his career. Such a wonderful cricketer for Bangladesh, and
Moment to focus on these two. And of course that man. Whatever happens in this game, it's going to be a celebration of Mustafi Mortaza, captain of Bangladesh, doing so for the final time. Living and loving legend. There's one we haven't seen before. So apt, so true.
undoubtedly the iconic image of Bangladesh, and he has been terrific both as a captain and also as a bowler. Coming into as a captain in his second stint, he's also the second highest wicket taker after Mustafizur Rahman.
Once again, sweet sound of the bat, boundary for Liton Das. Just seems to do it.
আরে ভাষা বদলালেও আকাশ তো আর বদলাবে না কি?
যেখানেই যান আপনার আকাশ সাথে নিয়ে যান। 40টিরও বেশি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 120টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Lights are on here in Sylhet. It's a gloomy afternoon, but anything but gloom for the Bangladesh fans, as this time it's Tamim Iqbal's turn to get to a half-century. 48 now for him in terms of half-centuries in one-day cricket, and it's been a fabulous effort again. Played second fiddle to Liton Das for much of the innings and has suddenly exploded.
It was a delight to watch Tamim, the way he paced his innings. Let's work the way towards deep spell leg for another single, reaches to 51 of 61 balls.
And now the highest partnership between these two. We mentioned the 117 in Dublin. This is the highest partnership between Liton Das and Tamim Iqbal. But it might have been Tamim Iqbal who got to a 50, but this was absolutely gorgeous. Just threaded through. Gentle roll of the wrists. Picture perfect, Liton Das. Very similar looking stroke, except this time it's just for one. It's one thing for a batsman to pile up runs. It's another to see it done in a manner that's pleasing to the eye, and that's what Liton Das always is. He gets big runs. You know it'll be worth watching, just like the man at the other end. Not a boundary this time. Protection out in the deep. Not afraid to take the aerial route.
Tamim started to show his intent just after reaching his 50, as you were telling earlier that he's playing the role of more of a partner than going after the bowlers of Liton Das. But now, right now, showing the intent. Shot pulled away. Will it go? That's very good work down the ground at the fielder. That's very good fielding. Just one conceded off that shot.
That's the kind of effort they'll need. Look at that, full length.
Outstanding fielding down the ground, saving.
পরিবেশটা সুন্দর না? কি কোনো হইচই আছে?
পরিবেশটা খুব সুন্দর, শুধু আমার খেলাটা ঝিরঝিরে।
এই যে
এখানেও আকাশ,
people started to gather.
খেলাটা ঝিরঝিরে।
এই যে
এখানেও আকাশ।
আকাশ কি শুধু তোমার ঢাকার? আকাশ সবার।
বাংলাদেশের যে কোনো জায়গায় একই কোয়ালিটির ঝকঝকে ছবি আকাশ স্ট্যান্ডার্ডে, মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
started today as a battle between Zimbabwe and Bangladesh. At the moment, it's a battle of supremacy between Liton Das and Tamim Iqbal. Liton Das got to his 51st. Tamim Iqbal wasn't following too far behind. First was that slash towards the covers, and then these two gorgeous maximums. 1 over extra cover, 1 over long off, and then on to 50. Dangerous signs for the opposition when Tamim Iqbal decides to change gears. Just been purring along in third gear. Suddenly decides to up the ante.
Crowd's loving it, and why not? It's a full house crowd, Friday, holiday. People started to gather, and it's already packed. Expecting a lot more to come as the day progresses.
If there's any more space left. We've seen capacity crowds here during the BPL, but the only place left at the moment is around the grass bank. Most of the stands filled up. Yeah, there you can see, not a seat to be had. That's a beauty. That's the ball of the day so far from Sean Williams. For a man in form, beat him all ends up.
Best part of his bowling is trying to bowl right up and get the purchase from the pitch. A little bit of turn there. Hurries to the batsman. That's the best part for Sean Williams. Just a bit of turn. Oh, how did that miss the stump? Oh.
The only explanation is Liton Das's day. LBW not given. Ball that should have cleaned him up. Not. Go on. Cash in. Big 100 coming up. It's 121 without loss.
শরীফ ভাই, ব্যবসা কেমন চলে?
চলে।
লোকজন এত কম কেন?
সব আকাশে। এই জিরজির আর কত দেখবো?
তাহলে তুমিও নাও।
হ্যাঁ।
খরচ কেমন জামাই?
মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা।
এত কমে এত ঝকঝকা ছবি?
আর পছন্দ মতো আকাশ সাজাতে অ্যাডন প্যাক।
তাই?
আপনার সাধ্যের মধ্যে এখন আকাশ লাইট 20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
(121) without the loss of a wicket into the 24th over, and we just milked the runs. Been made to look very, very simple. Batting have been absolutely top class, and the dressing room will be very, very satisfied with what has transpired so far. The bowlers initially did reasonably well, but as the innings progressed, the domination complete from the batters. Every time they get a dot ball in, the bowlers will be encouraged to just keep it tight, ensure that they build up a little bit of pressure, make the batsman into some kind of error. That's this reverse, not really getting a hold of it when Taylor does well to go across.
Couple of dots as I spoke about this reverse stroke. Good start this. 1 run from 4.
Milking the runs at the moment, content. There will be periods in play, John, when the batsman will be pretty content to just milk the runs going through the mid-period, but it's too capable of turning it around in 1 over and expect that.
হ্যালো, এই তো দোকানে। তো যাবো না, তোরা কই? তা আমি গেলে না কে যাবে? ওরা না আসলে কেমনে যাবো আমি? হ্যাঁ আয়। যাস নাই?
যাই আই বল 10 মিনিট লাগবে।
$10
Nice. Brilliant. It's important he finishes off this over well now. We said he's done a good job to here, but this is the opportunity now. We've seen previously Duss has flicked him off his legs for 4 to finish off an over. Finish off this over well, Williams.
Well, it does indeed. Just the 2 runs from it, 125 without loss.
পরিবেশটা সুন্দর না? কি কোনো হইচই আছে?
পরিবেশটা খুব সুন্দর, শুধু আমার খেলাটা ঝিরঝির।
এই যে
এখানেও আকাশ।
আকাশ কি শুধু তোমার ঢাকার? আকাশ সবার।
বাংলাদেশের যে কোনো জায়গায় একই কোয়ালিটির ঝকঝকে ছবি আকাশ স্ট্যান্ডার্ডে মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
125 for 5, 25 overs completed. The crowd enjoying themselves come here in numbers. Have been entertained by Tamim Iqbal and Liton Dash. Down the wicket, inside out. How far is that going? Oh, just dropping short. Out in his mouth. Didn't really quite latch onto it. That's not the distance he really intended to get.
They didn't quite get to the pitch here, and hence the timing wasn't quite there. Looking for that favourite area of his over extra cover, and then hit it for maximum. Before that, this time just checking the shot, but looking to unleash. Early in the over, it's important to try and pick up that boundary. But look at that turn up, wonderful stand, packed. And select, wonderful to see.
Well, it's been a nice little spell here from the 2 bowlers, Madiveri and Sean Williams. Toe ball in check. Just making Tamim Iqbal do what he did a couple of balls back and trying to dance down the wicket. Trying to just take the attack back to the bowlers. That's what a few dot balls can do to the mindset of a batsman.
Also, what I do like from the youngsters is he's flying through the over as well here. 5 balls completed already, getting through those dot balls as fast as he can, applying that pressure to the batsman.
Tamim goes dancing down. This time he latches onto that. That's going, gone the distance for the maximum. Magnificent finish to the 26th over, 133 without loss.
শরীফ ভাই,
হ্যাঁ
ব্যবসা কেমন চলে?
চলে।
লোকজন এত কম কেন?
সব আকাশে। এই ঝিরঝির আর কত দেখবো?
তাহলে তুমিও নাও।
হ্যাঁ।
খরচ কেমন জামাই?
মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা।
এত কমে এত ঝকঝকা ছবি?
আর পছন্দ মতো আকাশ সাজাতে অ্যাড অন প্যাক।
তাই
আপনার সাধ্যের মধ্যে এখন আকাশ লাইট 20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Liton Dash and Tamim Iqbal, the opening partnership, still there. The essence of Liton's batting has been finding the meat of the bat.
Towering blow once again, a couple of dot balls, and he says that's not a problem. I can make it up in 1 stroke here. 8 off the over, right in his zone. Didn't go extra cover. He went long on, and yet no problems with the distance here.
And as a batsman, you play those. abs, intersperse them with the big shots and build up your innings. Also knowing the fact when Tamim Iqbal on 2 occasions in the last over danced down the wicket, knowing that the ball's not really getting any grip or turn or purchase out of the wicket, that's the luxury the batsman has when he dances down the wicket.
But Williams, he's been the standout so far here. The captain, he's taken it upon himself to hit a good ling. You see there's no out and out half volleys, no real long hops or given plenty of width. The boundaries have been when he's given it into the pads to Dus. He's flicked him. Bowled him, hasn't he? The bail's come off, he's cut. There's a bit of confusion. What's going on there? Have a look, the bail came flying off. Is it the keeper? Must have bumped it off.
Must have bumped it off. The batsman didn't hit the wicket. Got a little confused there. He used the depth of the breeze. There you see. And there's the keeper just flicking it. Everyone's got a little confused, but Titon Kumar Dash was just cool, calm, collected.
No, the ball was on the line of off stump. That's the part that did us there. Okay, hit it so late, and the keeper just nudging off that bail. Got me excited, that's for sure.
And some excitement. It's been a good over as he leans back and finds the fielder in the deep, but ambles the single. 3 from that over, a good one.
কি দেখো?
আকাশটা কি ঝকঝকে পরিষ্কার।
তাই দেখি দেখি। ও হ্যাঁ, 40টিরও বেশি এইচডি চ্যানেল সহ দেশি বিদেশি মোট 120টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা।
কি? তুমি না।
এই চলো না একটা রোমান্টিক মুভি দেখে ফেলি।
চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Pace-wise scores 53 in the power play, and they've got 83. They're just stepping on the gas. It's not that they're overly controlled and have lost the balls all around the ground. The batsmen have been very selective. But part of play overs, 10 overs, and power play 2, 17 overs. So obviously more runs. It can be a little deceptive, those two. It's not equal overs. But Shuma coming back in for his 4th over. Had a good first spell. Contained the batsman just 15 runs.
He managed to, his first 2 overs are particularly good. His 3rd over went for a couple of boundaries, but he started so much better than he's done in the previous game. Set the standards, hit a good length, showed some good skills as well, but the field's set at the moment. It's going to be the big question. You've got to try and restrict here, try and cut out those boundary balls with a damage limitation and try somehow to get their first breakthrough.
Waiting for fine leg to come up because there are too many fielders outside 30. Just the 4 allowed in the second phase. They are at deep square at long on. The long off fielder has to come back in. There's a deep cover point and a 3rd man. There you go. Just penetrates that little gap in the infield and handles the single. But at the moment, game sort of maybe seems to be meandering along a little, but that often happens in the middle part of a one-day innings when the batsman, after that initial spurt, settles down, a little bit of a breather.
Well, as you can say, it's plain sailing right now for Bangladesh in this situation. 2 batsmen that are in, but that can quickly change. Zimbabwe strike and get these 2 batsmen out. That's going to really hurt them at the back end and posting a big total. It's going to be important to have one of these guys manage to have a go and possibly, off chance, get out. And it's important that other batsman really goes the distance and bats through, that other new batsman can come in and play around him nicely and aggressively.
Not really timing that. Ball really not coming onto the bat as he'd have anticipated. Dash had a bit of a cramp in the first game, had to go off. And so fitness concerns maybe, it's a little muggy today, more humid. So you feel that the cramps that have been bothering him, maybe just playing a little safe, not really hurrying into things, not really overexerting himself as such. Eyamin Abrar has no problems. Yes, lovely touch, left touch for an angled shot.
He's pretty dangerous. He got a little bit tight in the previous game and he just started hitting sixes to all corners of the ground, and so far Eyamin Abrar hit 3 4s, 3 6s. Houston Dust on the other hand hasn't hit a maximum yet, but he's hit 10 4s, and he's been a really fine stroke player at the top of the order. Doesn't bash it and use the bottom hand and swing wildly. He's a class act. Beautiful batsmanship.
Well, he waited for something big. It's not big enough. Just seemed to check his shot once again as to scamper through for the completion of the second run. 6 from it, 142.
আকাশ কিনে জিতে নিন আমাদের সাইন করা ব্যাট।
এছাড়াও জিতে নিতে পারেন বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ক্রিকেট দলের অফিসিয়াল জার্সি। আকাশ ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়া।
আকাশ লাইভ এখন মাত্র 249 টাকা।
20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
আকাশ লাইভ এখন মাত্র 249 টাকা।
20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Well, what the big crowd here don't want is rain. 50% chance of that. Very humid, 46%. Continues and continues to milk the runs. Now the two batsmen in the middle. Well, there's a bit of breeze blowing around, not too much. You need a strong breeze to keep the winds away. There you see limp flags, not enough breeze. So it's hovering around. It's gathering the cloud. Threatening rain here. Again, was there a bit of bat on it? Was there off the thigh and walked across for a single?
Like what Williams has done here in giving himself more of a bowl and giving some more variation to this bowling attack, which at times his two off spinners have been utilised before this.
The Zimbabwean bowlers will have to tell themselves that you can't be overawed by the situation and keep on pegging away. This has been very, very good, very sensible. Not been trying to do anything out of the ordinary. He knows that both the batsmen have fallen into their shells a little bit. This is the advantage you want to take of that. Eke out and wicket if you can. Oh, well, it's past the umpire for another single. And at the end of that over, Bangladesh reached 146.
শরীফ ভাই, ব্যবসা কেমন চলে?
চলে।
লোকজন এত কম কেন?
সব আকাশে। এই জিরজির আর কত দেখবো?
তাহলে তুমিও নাও।
হ্যাঁ,
খরচ কেমন জামাই?
মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা।
It's past the umpire for another single. And at the end of that over, Bangladesh reached 146.
মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Run rate 5.03. Shumal on again. Oh, just taking his hand off that. A shot that he was not in full control of, but it seemed to be yielding more runs than he anticipated. But again, good commitment in the deep. This is excellent. Appreciated by the bowler.
Lipping back, inside half of the bat. Short finally couldn't get to it. Keeps really got to get his skates on you. Fast bowling partner, always good helping hand. Give him a help. Never know when it might be your chance.
Well, you know, pace bowlers are not really known to be very agile in the field. Mumbo did well, they covered a lot of ground.
finally, couldn't get to it. Deep square leg, had to get his skates on you.
Have a look at that.
Never know when it might be your chance.
Well, you know, baseballers are not really known to be very...
He gets out to that ball. So it's a real half volley, and those balls disappeared. And gets past the outside edge. You haven't seen that for a while since the new ball. Been a while.
Yeah, been a while, but unnecessary once again. Yes, the straight away coming by saying, no need to go for that kind of shot, horizontal back shot, away from my body. Just thanks, Mike, for reminding me, because I'll get back to being a little more watchful, a little more careful. They've done well. They've made it look very simple. Can't afford to throw it away. In a while, but unnecessary once again. Yes, the straight away coming by saying, no need to go for that kind of shot, horizontal back shot, away from my body. Just thanks, Mike, for reminding me, because I'll get back to being a little more watchful, a little more careful. They've done well. They've made it look very simple. Can't afford to throw it away. 67 to Tamim, 80 now to Litton, approaching another century. Wants to reach that. Now he's being cheeky, and it's paid off. Well, right across to the offside. Wow, that is an element of risk there, but he got away with it and he got himself 4 runs. 150 comes up with that shot too.
He gets across. I tell you, that's not far from hitting it back onto his own stumps. That is the real risk there. He didn't get elevation. He somehow just got it over the bails, and that is not far away from his own stumps. But now the inventiveness has begun. Wonderful to see this.
Yeah, innovation is okay, but premeditation with that kind of a ball, and particularly just the last ball, you'd have thought he'd be more circumspect his approach, but it's exactly the other way around. Never can know what the mindset of a cricketer is.
And with that shot, takes it to the second highest opening stand of all time in one-day cricket for Bangladesh. So the top is 170. Can they make that? Be a huge, huge start to this game for this informed pair.
Well, they've got to keep on trying. If they don't become silly and try to score shots which are not there, they should be able to do it. More orthodox shots, doesn't get a run, but doesn't matter. That is over. 30.
শরীফ ভাই ব্যবসা কেমন চলে?
চলে
লোকজন এত কম কেন?
সব আকাশে। এই জিরজির আর কত দেখবো?
তাহলে তুমিও নাও।
হ্যাঁ।
খরচ কেমন জামাই?
মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা।
এত কমে এত ঝকঝকা ছবি?
আর পছন্দ মতো আকাশ সাজাতে অ্যাড অন প্যাক।
তাই?
আপনার সাধ্যের মধ্যে এখন আকাশ লাইট 20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Well, the highest versus Zimbabwe was 170, talking about Tamim Iqbal and Enamul Haq for the second round 158, Tamim and Shommo. Third one, this so far the fourth. Double and Imrul getting 150 first wicket stands. Seems to be going to break a lot of records here. They carry on. Where's that going? It's got a ball between 3 fielders. That's a bit of luck. Fortune favors the brave, as they say.
And now it looks like he's taking up the mantle of the one having a bigger go here. It's managing to get it over the short mid-wicket fielder. There's a deep square leg and a long on posted back. They have to have that extra fielder in the ring until the 40th over. There's wide open spaces there over mid-wicket.
tough work for the Zimbabwean bowlers. John Williams has shown amongst the difficulties that the bowlers have been having in trying to contain Bangladesh batsmen. More evidence of that, not allowing them any width at all. The length has been immaculate. It's just been a little bits of frustration that I've noticed with both Eyamin Abrar and also Liton Das. Now that's cheap. That's the paddle. There's a bit of back to it. Thinks of a second run. Wouldn't be wise. Again, good commitment. Chased after that one and reached the ball quickly, the fielder.
Williams has been threatening. He's always asked questions. They've struggled to get him away and struggled to hit boundaries off him. Trying to get it really fine and just coming off the thumb. Williams has been the standout here.
Now it's the turn of the other to go fine on the leg side. Again, decent attempt, but this time he can't stop it. And the batsmen get a couple to finish that over after 31, 158 without.
পরিবেশটা সুন্দর না? কি কোনো হইচই আছে?
পরিবেশটা খুব সুন্দর, শুধু আমার খেলাটা ঝিরঝির।
এই যে
এখানেও আকাশ।
আকাশ কি শুধু তোমার ঢাকার? আকাশ সবার।
বাংলাদেশের যে কোনো জায়গায় একই কোয়ালিটির ঝকঝকে ছবি আকাশ স্ট্যান্ডার্ডে মাসে মাত্র 399 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
The first 5 overs were pretty good. Side was a main over in that. And then it's just the 23rd over, they got another main one period when they just pulled it back, the run rate. Always kept around the 5 and 5.25 mark. That's creditable. They consider the fact that Bangladesh have not lost a wicket. The batsmen are looking to dominate. It's a good batting track. And it's hoping for a breakthrough. Zimbabweans get themselves back into the game. Down the wicket now, that's back shot. Closer to his body, he's in control.
The backward point, leading edge. Use of the feet, he's moving around the crease a lot now. And just trying to knock the bowlers off their areas. Well bowled, he didn't earn his line and length and almost picked up the first.
But that length of the ball didn't when the batsman going forward like that, meeting that's he created trouble for himself. Last moment trying to close the facial back, getting a leading edge. Fortunate. He's more compact. He looks much better when he plays those compact shots. Closer to his body, he's in control. Some fireworks. Well, they're looking for fireworks. Eyamin Abrar threw the kitchen sink at that one. Could not make contact.
Mid off, up in the ring, so that was his area to go down the ground. He almost got a man come off the bat there. Trying to hit the cover off that one, I tell you. Doesn't have, when he hits it sweep, when he middles it, he doesn't have to swing hard at all. He's got the timing. The fielder stayed the same, but on mid-off, up in the ring still.
Now this time, once again, getting a little bit cramped while playing that shot. Wasn't given the space. Ball's keeping a shade lower than the anticipation of the batsman. 12 balls since the boundary has been scored. Somehow having a kind of an effect on both the Liton Das. Now he's sweating profusely. It's humid. That's the problem he had on that day when he sweated a lot of the cramps. Hope for his sake there's a repetition of that. 90 already, just 10 away from his 3rd century. Piece of bowling.
Rapana, he was almost an unbelievable against the odds victor the other night when he smashed it to all corners, siding it up 4 runs short. The game was done. They were out the game, and he just played a terrific hand in trying to resurrect them and get them over the line. What an innings the other night.
Extraordinary. Eases into that one and plays it in the deep. Thinking of a second, not there. Completion of
শরীফ ভাই,
হ্যাঁ
ব্যবসা কেমন চলে?
চলে,
লোকজন এত কম কেন?
সব আকাশে। এই জিরজির আর কত দেখবো?
তাহলে তুমিও নাও।
হ্যাঁ।
খরচ কেমন জামাই?
মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা।
এত কমে এত ঝকঝকা ছবি?
আর পছন্দ মতো আকাশ সাজাতে অ্যাড অন প্যাক।
তাই
আপনার সাধ্যের মধ্যে এখন আকাশ লাইট 20টি এইচডি ও দেশি বিদেশি মোট 70টি চ্যানেল, মাসে মাত্র 249 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
John, you're talking about the second ODI. What a match it was. 322, Bangladesh's highest against Zimbabwe at that point in time. Zimbabwe seems to be completely out of it around the 30th, 35th over. Then, Rapana, as you said, 55 of 28, Adivere, 52. Kamrakambwe, wonderful, wonderful performance. It's just fell short. Very unfortunate.
The partnership by Raza and Madiveri, the youngster, that really kept them in the game. Gave them a partnership in that middle period, and Tirapana to give them a ray of hope.
Williams just gone slightly short and immediately lashed on to by Liton Dash. He's not going to miss out on that. Good comfort and properly dispatched to the boundary.
With this be the stroke that opens the floodgates for them. They've been looking to pick up boundaries there. He's struggling of late. This time, he had a bit of trouble facing Williams, as does. This time, doing his cut stroke square and spinning away from that backward point fielder.
He read the turn, he anticipated the ball, just turned away from him. Just a thin shot, it wasn't that bad a delivery, to tell you frankly. Now he's reached 95. Oh, snap was through. Oh my goodness, that was very, very risky. They ran well eventually.
Bit of indecision as he hit this. They looked at each other and thought we better get going here. Quick throw coming in and the dive, not the most beautiful of dives, but he made it home.
Well, he had to dive full stretch. Olympic swimmer or a diver would have been proud of that. Eyamin Abrar on 71, hit on rush 96. Goes again, gets a hold of it. The crowd are cheering because they can feel that the ball's going to sail away for another maximum. Good stuff here.
The record partnership, they've reached it. Unbelievable stuff by this opening pair. Tamim, another towering 6. His 4th one in this innings. Said this is the man to target. The left hand is the left arm orthodox. And that's gone many a mile. What a wonderful stroke.
He's got his dancing shoes on here today. So many times I've seen him down the wicket, get to the underneath that ball, chunk it away. Supremely confident. Is he going to go again? Now he's being cheeky. That's off the pads, an appeal. Well, half an appeal from, or an inquiry from the keeper. I'm not interested.
Really know how to take down those spinners in this middle period. All the games before. It's the glove. They really know how to take down these spinners. He's on 96 now, Lutondas.
Not in a hurry. Nicely done. Threaded that. Back of the point. Ball's racing to the boundary. And it reaches the boundary. And Lidon Dart reaches his 3rd 100 in one-day international. A magnificent innings. It has been a delight to watch. And the crowd here at the Select International Cricket Stadium are absolutely delighted with this brilliant performance.
The roof has been blown off to Lid International Stadium. What a wonderful little game for him. It could not have gone any better. He's just reached 1,000 runs in ODI cricket as well.
Now he's got to go. He's got to go after the bowlers now. You can feel it now that he's reached his 100. He retained strike with that single.
99 টাকা। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
Mohamed Iqbal and Lidon Kumar Dash have broken the first wicket partnership versus Zimbabwe. It was created earlier by Sharia Hussain and Mera Hussain back in 1999. They scored 170 against the same opposition. Tamim and Anamul Haq had 158 also against Zimbabwe in 2014. So things looking wonderful for both these experienced batters, and crowd anticipating that there's more to come. We have been royally entertained so far.
Occasions got himself going. And we saw the drives, the cut shots that being the feature.
Well anticipated back.
Occasions got himself going. And we saw the drives, the cut shots that being the feature.
Well anticipated.
Was real timing early on in his innings, and he that's got a couple of occasions, got himself going. And we saw the drives, the cut shots that being the feature.
Well anticipated that. He's going to give them the charge. Lidon Kumar Dash says, I've taken my time in getting to the boundary. Not that he took too many deliveries to do it, but this is a part of that wonderful innings that he played. The reverse sweep was there. Ball pitching short, he was going to swivel round, tickle it round the corner when it was drifting down the leg side. He was so very good with his wrists. Timing was absolutely top class. Turn of Tamim Iqbal for another 22 runs. Reach his 100. Well, he's on the way, but this time he does that Calypso style shot so very well. That's very nice when he's got one leg up and swivels round. Only gets a run for it.
Oh, BC Laura. Beautiful. Rocking forward, then back, effortless. Total control.
Caribbean flavor to that shot. And the spoiler is here. The rain has started to come down. Oh dear, that's very, very unfortunate. I hope it's just a passing shower and we get play started again, but the ground stops scampering with that. Zimbabwe, well, they'll feel that they need a little bit of a rest because they have been having a very difficult time with the ball, but Bangladesh will feel that the momentum is lost here. Because those two in the middle took their time in the middle patches, meandering along, and suddenly the last couple of overs we saw them taking charge. As evidence of that, you can see the rain coming down. Well, that's a pity.
It's a full house here. I've been royally entertained. 182 runs. No wickets against them.
Well, the covers are on here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, and and in the air 1, 4 and 6 were hit. They've got to have that as protective headgear. The people on the mound there. That's what transpired so far. Asked to bat first, Tamim Iqbal and Lidon Kumar Das started the innings. They're still there, and they've moved on to 182 in the 34th over. But once the batsmen got a feel of things, they started to take their attack back to the bowlers. No wickets for any of the bowlers. So unfortunately, the news here from the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium is that the rain has played foul. It stopped play, and the players back in the pavilion. We're going to take a short break, and we. Well, you'll be a little disappointed now. The rain has come in. The board president